Welcome to the Pink Pony. This is a project that is near and dear to my heart because it ties in the historical elements of the artwork along with giving it a new, fresh vibe. And so I did a series of old photographs. These were photos that were in the original Pink Pony dating back to the 1950s. The first image is of Scottsdale Stadium, married with the Sprouts Right, which is what this building used to be prior to the Pink Pony. And you see the name up in the top left corner. And then moving on to the second painting, all of these kind of tell a story. The first images is of Scottsdale Road in the 1950s, and off to the right you have Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner. They were married at the Valley Ho and had their wedding reception here at the Pink Pony. And the third and final photo that is in the Pink Pony room is of Scottsdale Road again in the 1950s, with a image from the Pink Pony back in the 50s. And so you just get a feel of what this was like and what the place was back in the 1950s. The last piece that we came up with when Lisa and I were trying to work in this space, we knew we wanted something large that was impactful and that really spoke to the pony and that would give their guests a very inviting and warm piece of art. And so we designed, based off their logo, a piece that would look vintage and yet have a new twist. And I think we really achieved that with this piece. It's 9 feet by 5 feet, and I just think it's a really powerful piece that you see throughout the entire space. So the boots were really a lot of fun. When I first noticed the boots, they were in the original pony in a part of lampshades, and so I took them apart and knew that we had to use these boots somewhere in the space. And so I have given them to the artist to take on the task of repainting the boots and turning them into sculptures and making them part of the Pink Pony from the past and giving them a new fun twist and color. So this is, all of these pieces were done by a famous Disney artist, and he would come into the Pink Pony and the owner, Charlie Riley, would give him $20 to come up with all of these caricatures for his,
Hey, how are you?
hi. That's cool. And then also give him a drink, and so I had to preserve these and reframe these and make them work with the space, because this is what the Pink Pony was all about, and people come just to see the caricature drawings. This is the home plate from the Scottsdale Stadium from 1955, and we knew we wanted to use it, and so this is in the entrance when you first come into the Pink Pony, and when people walk in they can step over the threshold and step on the home plate that was in the stadium in 55. So this is a sculpture that derived from the original bats from World Series starting in 1972 to 1984, and they hung in the Pink Pony, and we wanted to give them a new cool-looking home and environment by creating a sculpture out of them, and I think we really achieved that look. This was the owner's wife's idea and vision, and I think she pulled it off, and it was great. So this piece was originally going to be a photograph, which was part of Pink Pony's collection from the 1950s. And so when I worked with the artist, James Angel, I have to give him credit, very fantastic artist, decided to paint this piece by hand with a super tiny paintbrush. And so again, the entire space is old and new. So we married the old design, the old elements with the new design elements, and I feel we achieved that with the color, and it just gives it such a really rich texture and nice shine, and just really well executed. piece was going to just be one piece, and it was originally indoors. We brought it out to the outside covered patio and we made it into a three-part piece because this is really a strong photograph again of the pony, or the in front of the Scottsdale Stadium, 1950s, with Ted Williams, and this is how people got around back then, was on horses. And so I just think it's really a strong acrylic on wood box and achieving that old and new aspect again.